All right, this looks ridiculous, but I'm going to basically record the process of designing a new product. The product we are designing today is a pry bar holder thing dock for the Mayhew 5-piece set. So let's get into it. All right, so the first thing I got to do is obviously wipe down these pry bars. They come shipped with a lot of oil or grease, whatever it is, that just prevents them from rusting during shipping and storage. So I have to clean them, and obviously we don't need this container anymore. So usually when I set stuff up or design stuff, I set it up how I see it hanging or sitting or whatever the case may be, and I start messing with spacing. So here I'm kind of seeing what it looks like if they're all spaced out about 20 millimeters apart. Like I got a tape measure it, make sure that I can actually print it, because there are limitations on size when it comes to printing stuff. So I always have to keep that in mind, designing stuff. So I kind of change it, decide to go 15 mils in between, kind of see how that looks. And this is pretty much a lot of just general personal taste or preference when it comes to designing this stuff. No real set standard. So now I'm just drawing out a quick basic diagram measuring the thicknesses of each handle so I can render that into the sketch so everything is spaced and essentially sized properly. Measuring the shank size so everything fits nice and snug. And this is just quicker and easier than trying to measure it each time I'm drawing up the sketch. I can just look down at the desk, obviously put in the measurements, so handle shanks, and then I start making the main body. Mess with some extrusions, some chamfers. I try to do the basic shapes with the basic chamfers that I need. I always do chamfers before I do any fillets on anything, because chamfers don't like to be applied after fillets have been applied. Just a little side note. So I started offsetting a lot of these faces, as you can see, and they get removed because I jumped ahead. I didn't extrude for these magnets, which actually changes the face. So once I do extrude the magnets, it changes the face, as you can see. So then I re-offset it and start messing with kind of design features, adding labels or sizing labels. Putting text on CAD is not always fun when it comes to centering, so that always takes extra work. Dropping logos in however it looks good to me. Again, when you design your own stuff, everything is personal preference. And then I start messing around with magnets. I have all kinds of different magnet types, styles, strengths. So I start kind of sketching up stuff, extruding. I didn't really like the look of the rectangle ones or the channel magnets, so I started kind of messing around with these 100-pound or 150-pound magnets. And then kind of messing with rubber bumper styles as well. Sometimes stuff just doesn't allow what you want. I always try to set these magnets in a way that allows them to support the most amount of weight the way they are set up. And this is pretty much me just adding some black and seeing what it looks like as it printed. So now I just have to 3D print it. So usually I keep the file open. I always save a step file too, no matter if I ever plan on redesigning, re-editing it. It's just a good clean file that you can always use across all kinds of CAD models. Just FYI, I always save step files on designs. So now I'm just orientating the project or the product. I designed it to be printed upside down, obviously. I always try to utilize the print bed surface as a showpiece. I mean, it's nice and shiny and glossy. It looks good. It's consistent. So I always try to make that a center focal piece. So I start adding walls, top and bottom thicknesses, all the settings I prefer for something that, requires it on this, just depending on what it is. Here I'm adding the fuzzy skin using the fill tool. So the fill tool just detects hard cuts on the edges, so it'll automatically fill in those certain sections, kind of like paint when you just want to paint one section on Microsoft Windows when you were a kid. And I'm just filling in the spots I want fuzzy skin here. And that's also why I recessed all this, is because it's much easier to edit this in the slicer this way instead of trying to manage it without it. So now that I have most of the fuzzy skin set up, again, exit it, hit slice, and then just kind of inspect it, make sure there's no warning saying there's any overhangs that need supports. But again, I designed this to be printed in this orientation, so there should not need to be any supports. Then if you look here on the big magnets, you can see the teardrop shape at the top. That's also to basically eliminate overhangs and sagging while printing. Everything else is small enough tolerances that no filament sag would occur. All right, it is done. Doesn't give me a print thing, but it's finished. Ooh. It's very nice. I'm honestly loving this fuzzy skin. Okay. Sweet. Oh, I need magnets. Now, I have a lot of magnets that I tend to like to buy or have, so every time I design products, I always have certain magnets that I want to use. I prefer external magnets. I think it looks better, the hold is better. It doesn't require managing the print, so you don't have to drop magnets in the middle of a print. You can just print it all the way to completion and assemble it after the fact, which is great for bulk ordering and keeping stuff in stock. All right, Dax, want to help me?
Sure.
Okay, grab that biggest pry bar, put it right here.
This one?
Yep. Nope, other way. Handle on top. Nope, handle on top. Oh yeah, okay.
And then this one?
Yep, next slot. Nice, okay.
Then this
Looking
one.
good. Oh yeah. Looking good.
And here we go, this bad baby.
Okay. Looking good.
And then the small baby.
Ooh, what do you think? How's it look? All right. Yeah, it looks good, dude.
Yeah.
Should we go test it on a toolbox real fast?
Oh yeah.
All right. You want to try to carry it?
Yeah.
Okay. Put your fingers, hold it like right on the pry bars or on the handles or something so it doesn't pinch your fingers, okay? Okay. Yeah, that's fine. Pick it up. There you go. Slap it on there. Oh!
That was whoa.
Yeah, that one fell off a little.
That was fun.
All right. What do you think? Does it look good?
Yeah.
All right.
Actually, way more good than that.
Oh, yeah, I can't even get that off.
Oh, is strong also?
Well, let's use this. Oh, jeez. Okay, there we go. All right,
My God.
let's put it up here. And hopefully I don't slam my fingers. All right. That's not a very tall one. Then you just slide it down. Boop. Nice. So here is the final product in the daylight. As you can see, labels are pretty clearly seen. Magnets are on the back. And Dax here is here to assist me with assembling the pry bars on here. But as you can tell, very strong. All right, Dax, set it on. That's the longest one.
Wait, what?
Okay. Can you slide it down? There you go. All right.